Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Talk Hard 2021, coming to you live from Outer Loop Studios in downtown DeKalb, Illinois. This is Talk Hard. It's a weekly workshop for artists to try out any new pieces they're working on, songs, stand-up material, plays, novels, poems, paintings, sculptures, anything. So welcome. We've been doing this now since the beginning of the pandemic, which sadly is going on 10 months.
Yep.
Um, oof. But yeah, Talk Hard started in 2015 actually in New York City. We ran it live in person in Manhattan. We ran it in Brooklyn too at a really cool place called Over the Eight in Brooklyn. Um, Ran those for a few years, and then when we all went into lockdown last April, we took Talk Hard online, and it's been going weekly ever since. So we're super grateful for everyone who supports us, all of you that watch religiously on Facebook every week. We're super grateful, so thank you so much. We've started this whole new thing where people can come in the Zoom room with us too. We have some audience in the Zoom room with us tonight, so you're welcome to do that and send us a message, and we'll send you the Zoom link to get in the Zoom room with us and interact with our super famous celebrities that we have on every week. This week's like big time celebrities. Yeah, this is like Talk Hard celebrity status all across the screen tonight. Cool. So yeah, like I said, we're coming to you from, as we usually do, from DeKalb, Illinois, which is a bustling metropolis about an hour west of Chicago. There's like 7 people here. I'm one of them. Um, and tonight we're coming to you from New York City, from Chicago, from Colony, New York. So as usual, one of the silver linings of the pandemic is we get to connect with artists that we love from all over the country, which we wouldn't normally be able to do. So Talk Hard's always free, but we do take donations on Venmo at Talk Hard right there. That's our Venmo handle, so you can donate there throughout the show and after the show. So thank you for that. Each week we raise. We do pretty well each week. We raise a bunch of money each week, and 100% of that money goes to our artists that night. We divide it up equally. So we've really been grateful for everyone's support. We've heard from all of our artists that they're super grateful for the support, especially during these times. Help buying groceries, paying the rent, putting gas in the car, stuff like that. So thank you. I don't need any money anymore because I hit the jackpot yesterday on Robinhood with the GameStop stock. So I'm set. So you don't have to. We're good. Like the outer loop's good. Just donate so that our artists can get taken care of. Who would have thought? GameStop. Like I didn't even know GameStop was still existed. Who's going into stores and buying games? Can't you like download everything now? I don't understand. No, you can't. Okay. I mean, Andrew's our gaming expert, so we'll wait till he comes on and maybe he can explain this whole thing. I thought it was like Blockbuster. I didn't think you even like could go into a GameStop anymore. Like I don't know the last time we were in malls. Aren't there like mall stores, right?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. Who knows? But I thought it was fucking hilarious, right? Like these just dudes on the internet, dudes and dudettes on the internet, right? People just like on Reddit like got together and were like, we're gonna sink the hedge funds. Amazing, right? Like, gotta love it. Like, so cool. Like the ultimate troll. Um, cool. So anyway, we're gonna get started because we got a cool show tonight. A lot of Talk Hard legends and regulars. So yeah, we're gonna get started right away. Don't forget, you can donate if you like the show, and even if you don't. I mean, you don't have to like the show to donate. You can not like it and donate also at our Venmo right there at Talk Hard. So yeah, we're gonna get started with, as we usually do when we're lucky enough to have this first artist with us. We always lead the show with this amazing human, because why wouldn't you? If she was here, like that's what you would do. So we're gonna start. We're gonna come in tonight first from Brooklyn, New York, with singer, writer, actor, amazing human, cool chick, Shayna Goodman. Hey, Shayna, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's good
Always.
to be back.
Cool.
When you were saying how long we've been in quarantine,
Yeah.
like the first virtual talk card we had, my hair was like down to here, and then I cut it really short, and I think it'll go back before we get out of quarantine.
It looks really good. Like this
Like
is
the
like
full 360.
this is like a really nice look for you.
Thanks. You know, I'm really insecure about it.
Really?
Because it was such an impulse decision. I was like, it was such a quarantine decision. And yeah,
I think it
but
looks great.
thank you.
Yeah. So what do you are you singing tonight? Are you what's your
I'm singing. I'm singing 2 songs.
Nice.
And I'll just sing them for
Sweet.
you. Okay. All right, here we go. Sorry, it's been a weird day. We ran errands today, and it was like a lot.
Oh yeah. Like outside?
You know? Yeah.
Oh wow.
Right? Like, what's that? Okay. But I'm starting with an upbeat song, so.
Sweet. Yeah, running errands in New York takes a lot more out of you than running errands outside New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'll pretend to sing. Can you hear that?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, like a fool, I went and stayed too long. Now I'm wondering if my love's so strong. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back, not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Ooh, here I am, baby. Oh, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Yeah. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Out of loop. I got a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. Ooh, didn't I? Didn't I? Oh yeah. Seen a lot of things in this whole world. When I touch you, ain't me nothing, girl. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Ooh, baby, set my soul on fire. That's why I know you're my one and only desire. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Oh, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours, yeah. Here I am, Brian. Ooh, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. I did a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. But I'm here, oh baby. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours, yeah. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. And then I'm gonna fade out.
Nice. I like the new mic. Is that a new mic?
It's my mic. It's not plugged in or anything. I just felt like using it. Did it sound like it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It sounded awesome. I thought it was the mic.
No. Oh shit. Yes.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm gonna do another one if that's cool.
Yeah.
This is a Dua Lipa song. Is anyone a fan of Dua Lipa?
Sure. Sarah is. Yeah.
All right. we go.
Sweet.
Should I keep using the mic? I'm gonna keep using it.
Definitely.
The magic is ruined. Did a full 180, crazy. Wait, I'm gonna start over. This is not a good karaoke. Did a full 180, crazy. Thinking about the way it was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you don't wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Did it take some time to survive you? I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now.
Shayna, are you sure that mic's not doing anything?
It's not.
It's not.
I appreciate you guys.
Oh man, Shayna, do you when we're allowed in places like to hang out, do you perform live or have you?
I haven't since I was, well, no, I haven't since like college maybe,
Oh, wow,
or high
really?
school, but I definitely want to.
Oh yeah, like you totally.
And this
should.
exists again.
Yeah, no kidding. Do you have anything you want to plug, or any causes, or any projects, or anything?
Causes, projects. Not really.
Okay.
Oh, Cheers for Queers is her podcast, and it's really good.
Is it? Cool.
It's good, yeah.
Sweet.
She'll tell you more about it.
All right, she'll tell us more. Cool. Thanks,
Okay.
Shayna. So, thanks for coming back. So before we shift back to that same spot on the couch, to Shayna's roommate, buddy, girlfriend, pal, hairdresser, manicurist. Yeah. So just a reminder. Thanks. I see all you watching on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in. Saw a few donations come in. Thank you so much, everyone. Reminder: you can donate at our Venmo right there at Talk Hard. And yeah, we're gonna go right back to that same couch in Brooklyn right now. For why should we leave there? I mean, if you were why do we ever? Yeah, let's just stay there.
Very comfortable couch.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going right back there for. Oh, there she is. for comedian, singer, songwriter, couch enthusiast, the amazing soft velvet wearing sweatsuit person, the amazing Sarah Gardner. Welcome back, Sarah.
Hi.
It's so
I'm
good to
sorry
have
I
you.
couldn't be bothered to put on real pants for you
That's
guys
okay.
again. I feel really bad about it. I felt bad about it for like 30 seconds, and then I was like, this is as good as you're getting.
Nobody's wearing pants. It's fine.
Nobody's wearing pants. I don't think anybody's pants fit anymore, honestly.
No.
It's true.
Definitely not. So what's happening?
Oh, I don't know. You forgot in my intro, you forgot depressed person.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
also
I did.
another of my
I'm
credits
sorry. Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Person on the edge. I'm fine.
I'm fine. We got after the last time you were on, which was like 2 weeks ago. Rachel, who as you know is your biggest fan besides Shayna, was like, Sarah's amazing and hilarious, but like, should I be worried? She like seriously. I was like, I don't think so. I think she's all right. I think she's okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm heavily medicated. No joke. I did like a Zoom open mic, and the host, so sweet, and she's like, I love having you on because you're like so happy all the time. And I was like, you're not listening to the words. Like, you're seeing this, but you're like not listening. She's like, you have early childhood educator energy. Like, I
That's funny.
I don't know. I gotta time myself. Hang on.
Okay.
I have some jokes that I'm gonna do.
Awesome.
Some of them you've probably heard before, but I tried to throw in a couple new ones.
Awesome.
So,
Sweet. We like all your
laugh
stuff.
if you want.
Yeah.
And I love you guys. Tell Rachel I'm her biggest fan. Don't tell Shayna, okay?
Okay, I won't.
You can hear me. Oh no, this is great. I'm excited. I'm stoked to be back here. You were talking about the stock market. I've actually spent all day trying to figure out what the stock. I didn't know what it was really. My granddad left me stocks when he died, and now I know they're useless. So another useless thing he left me, right? Thank God he left me these cheekbones, because I swear to God, he was a piece of shit. Okay, it's fine. I don't know. I'm actually doing fine, because I've just been Googling Newsies over and over. I don't know. Is that too Broadway? I don't know. Michael, you like it.
I got it.
That's I've just been getting drunk and listening to the soundtrack. Like, I feel like when I used to, I'm in my 30s. I know I look amazing. Thank you so much. When I used to get drunk in my 20s, like I would go out and dance, and like party and like fuck and like all that, And now in my 30s, I get drunk before 6 p.m. and I just listen to the Newsies soundtrack and tell people it's the greatest labor rights story ever told, which I stand by.
Wait till
It
you're
really
40.
helped shape my worldview about labor rights, right? Unionize, baby. Okay. I actually have been I have been working out a lot in quarantine. I think you can tell how somebody's parents fucked them up by how they choose to work out. Like I'm a runner. I'm a distance runner. And so I promise I hate myself more than you hate me. I really do, right? Somebody told me, they're like, oh my God, you're a runner. Like, you're so healthy. You take such good care of yourself. And I was like, that's not what that is. I hate myself. People don't run because they like who they are, right? You don't. That's not. Sorry, runner's high is trying to escape from something, guys. That's how it works. Okay. Yeah. My parents, I love them. They're wonderful, but they were like super perfectionistic, really anxious, had really high standards, so every time I run, I'm actually just running from my failures. Thanks to my dad. Daddy, be proud. Okay, he's fine. He just got vaccinated today. He feels great. Yeah, he did. The people who do CrossFit, they're the craziest, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the worst. I think they are failed college athletes whose dads were the football coach.
Mm.
And so now they are compensating by like lifting tires. I don't know if someone prescribed that to them. People who do yoga, their parents were anti-vaxxers. So you think that? Shout out to all the people who told me to meditate for my anxiety. People who do the dance bar classes, their moms were bulimic, right? I can make that joke. I was anorexic. I'm reclaiming it. Okay, that's fine. I don't know how this will do. Is anybody watching The Bachelor right now? Are you guys too cultured to watch The Bachelor? Okay. Oh shit. Wait, who is that? Brian, are you watching it? I see you nodding. Admit it, baby. Oh my God, he's shaking his head now. It's okay. We can talk about it later. Chat me, okay?
We'll have a discussion. We'll see. I haven't seen it though, but I can make some stuff up if you want.
Okay. Everybody should definitely watch it. It is first. I mean, we watch it. Shane and I watch it. We watch it mostly to check on the Straits. Y'all are not okay. You're not okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry your lives suck so much. It must be so. I mean, honestly, lesbian bachelorette would be the shit, right? They would meet one woman. They would move in together, and that's the end of the show. They cry over a beer, have 4-hour sex. Like, come on, it's no show there. I don't know. Okay, so before The Bachelor, now The Bachelor's on. There's lots to talk about with that, but before The Bachelor was The Bachelorette. And this Bachelorette season was like a groundbreaking season because the Bachelorette was 39 years old. Oh my God. This is how the Bachelor Nation does feminism. They're like, get this old bitch. Amazing. She's the body of a 17-year-old, but whatever. So I swear to God, every time Chris Harrison comes out and introduced this 39-year-old Bachelorette, you just felt him like stopping right before he was supposed to say, "Man, Claire, really glad we got you on the show at 39, 1 year before your death at 40. We don't like you after that." Okay, it's fine. I love the Bachelor and the Bachelorette. All the contestants on it, all of them, they're like, I just want to find a partner who's like my parents. They're like all trying to like sleep with their parents. It's so, right? All the dudes are like, I just want to find a girl who's like my mom. I was like, okay, you want a maid. But the guys, the women are like, I just want to find a man who's just like my dad. I'm like, really? Because my dad's been married 3 times. So like, which dad? I'm really shitting on my dad too. Sorry. I love you, Dad. I got more. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm just processing childhood trauma, I guess. Okay. I've been worried about money lately, which I think a lot of us are worried about money lately. Like I can't talk to my parents without thinking about my inheritance. They don't like it. Like I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was like buying new sheets or something, and she was asking my opinion. She's like, "What do you think of this? What do you think of this?" I was like, "Ma, okay, hold your horses now, because those $45 are chipping away at the old Garner family estate. You know? Take it easy on the thread count there, Tiger." Every time I complain about money, which is often, my parents, they blame New York City for why I have no money, which isn't untrue. But they're like, "You chose to live in that expensive hellhole." I'm like, "Yeah, I did." But like, I love it here, right? It's the culture, the arts, the cockroaches in my microwave. Love it. My mom told me, she's like, "Sarah, every time we talk, I feel like you're just waiting for me to die so you get money." I was like, "Mom, that is untrue. I'm waiting for Dad to die because he has more money than his wife. Waiting for her to die, not my mom." Okay, I don't know. Did I have more to that joke? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Of all the things, my dad's famous. You can't tell by my behavior. Of all he's a famous psychologist. Honestly, though, Dad, of all the things you could pick to be famous for, like psychology, that's your. I could be having mimosas with the Kardashians right now, you know? Okay, I love my dad. I swear, he's a great guy, except when he's not. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I wanted to try. I love you guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Sarah. Sarah, a few questions. So, first of all, so Shayna was letting us know about your podcast that we should check out. Like, how do we do that?
Oh yeah, you should definitely check it out if you'd like. It's called Cheers for Queers,
Cool.
and we're available on like all the places you get podcasts. So Apple, Spotify, if you have some other magic that you do to get podcasts. And then also, if you follow me on Instagram, I got a link there too, for you to find it anywhere.
Cool. Awesome. And then I know we've had this discussion many times, but where are you originally from?
Oh, I'm originally from Ohio. Oh, I forgot that part. Good cue.
Yeah.
When my parents talk about a hellhole, like they chose to live in fucking Ohio. So like, I don't know that I can.
But is that what your like the little bit of accent that you have? Is that where it's from? It is. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I grew up in Toledo, Ohio. The most boring part of Ohio.
Awesome. That's so cool. Although I will say you may have, we were talking Rachel up as your biggest fan, and then after the yoga and runner shit, like you might have lost her.
Really?
She like runs 800 miles a day and does yoga at the same time. So like I think you might have lost her.
Hey, like I said, I run 20 miles a week. Like we are unwell.
No, for sure. Yeah. She'll get up. No, it doesn't matter the weather. Like if it's 20 below or 100 above, she's running. Like when we go to Tanzania, where like you're sweating just sitting in a chair under a tree, she has to run every morning, no matter what. Yeah. I
mean, check on her.
I will.
Because she's like internally
she's
not
in
okay,
a lot of,
but she's externally fine.
Well, I know her mother's definitely watching us on Facebook right now, so I'll say that she's probably like you. She running from her parent, running away from her family.
Sorry, Mom. No, you're a great mom, okay? You're Rachel's mom. She's running into your arms.
That's true. Yeah, she's trying to run back into her arms. Cool.
Running to get closer.
Thanks, Sarah. We say this all the time, but we love having you. We love having Shayna. So thanks so much for being here. It means a lot to us.
This has been the best. Thanks so much.
Sure.
We would be lost without you guys.
Oh, yeah. Same. No, same. You got us through the quarantine for sure. Cool. So before we move on to our next artist, I see folks watching on Facebook. So welcome and thank you. Got some folks in here with us too. Thank you. And I saw some donations coming in. So again, thank you so much. We don't take that for granted. We really appreciate it. You can donate at our Venmo right there at Talk Hard. And we're gonna move right along. We're gonna swing boroughs right over to staying in New York City, but switching boroughs to Astoria. Talk Hard regular, the most regular. I don't mean regular like I don't know his toilet habits, but like I didn't mean regular like I didn't mean
I do
like
eat a lot
he's
of
the,
fiber.
Yeah, I didn't mean he was the most regular. I just meant he was the most regular. So this is why I don't do the comedy, Andrew. So
I thought it was funny. It was good.
all right, sweet, thanks. Here we have one of our most regular Talk Hard regulars, who I really, along with Shayna and Sarah, we would not have made it through the last 10 months without, and we're super grateful that he takes us up on coming and hanging out with us every week. So from Astoria, comedian, podcast co-host, and just all around super funny, cool dude, Andrew Chavone. Hey Andrew, that's not Andrew, that's Sarah and Shayna. But like, there's Andrew. Hey Andrew.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks,
to have you.
everybody. Michael, congrats on the GameStop success.
Sweet, thanks. Let me fix the pinning business here. We lost Andrew, so that's good. That's not good. Andrew, where'd you go? Are you there? This is what Andrew's screen looks like right now.
He's frozen in time. It
Is
looks
he?
like. Yeah, he's like, I just see his face like.
Oh,
I
you
think
do?
he's-
I don't even see his face. I just see the screen.
I literally thought he was like, I thought that was part of the joke.
Right?
Truth be
Oh, there he is.
Oh
He's
my
back.
God.
What happened?
How long was I gone? I was talking for like 5 minutes.
No, we lost you at congratulations to me on the stock market thing.
And then that's when I crashed.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, that's appropriate, I guess. I said I could tell it was real by the way you said the GameStop and the Robinhood and the stocks. That's all the tech people say. The savvy Wall Street people use the in the in stuff. So yeah, Michael, me and me talked, but you asked me because I did a joke last week about whenever I buy a stock, it goes down, and whenever I sell it, it goes up.
Right.
I did have a GameStop in September. I sold it. I sold it at $10.
Oh, come on.
Oh God!
I swear, I said, I thought this would happen. You know, I was on the Reddit all year, and they were like, "It's gonna happen, man, this month," and that was in September. So I was like, "Okay," and then it didn't, and I was like, "It'll never happen." But I told my friend about it, and he held on, and he never thanked me. I saw a post. He said, "I'm rich," and I'm like, "Hey, man, throw me some of those used games." But you have to be really stupid to make money with that because you have to be mentally ill to hold it. So it started at $9. It went to $60. I would have sold then. This
Yeah.
guy held till it went to 100. And then he held till it went to 200. And he held till it went 300. And then he sold, because I begged him to sell, he sold it at 400.
Oh my God.
I think he's mentally ill. I really, how would you hold it that long?
Yeah, really.
I would be pooping my pants every time. I don't want to talk about GameStop because it's traumatizing for me, but it's but you asked me to talk about it. It doesn't. It's not about the games. It's about market manipulation. It's not about people buying used games. I don't know if you know that.
I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
You
thank
know, the sale of the Nintendo Wii didn't make it more valuable than Microsoft. But all right. Well, I don't know. I'll explain it to you later if you want to know.
Okay. Cool.
But okay. Ooh, I got so flustered here. I turned the page. But I did this outdoor show. There's 3 people. It was like -2 degrees, and this, I'm just like trying to get the words out without like having asthma. And this guy stood up the third guy in the audience stood up and said, "Hey man, just relax and let it flow." And then he left. I was like, well, thank you for that. Now that changes everything. Now I'm not self-conscious about what you said at all. I can deliver. So That was pretty funny. I am very anxious. I got a lot of anxiety. Like Sarah said, I get anxious at parties. Like, I'm stuck talking to the first person that talks to me at a party, the whole party. Like, I'll talk to a guy for an hour, and then eventually I'm like, what do you do for a living? And he's like, I'm the bouncer. And oh, that explains why we're outside. Yeah, so I been so I see a therapist. My therapist uses like this app I never heard of. I don't even know what it's called, but it's not really protected because during our sessions I'll see pop-up ads and they'll be for better therapists. Like it's for a guy in a really nice suit and he's like, with me your secrets are actually safe. And I'm like, oh, how do you know this? But like in the middle of my sessions with my therapist, she'll stop and be like, now that's funny. You should use that. And then I have to explain to her like, hey, it's only funny because I talked 20 minutes about something sad. I mean, if I could do that and then, yeah. So if I talk to you guys about, hey, I had a really hard time growing up and my life was hard. By the way, Blockbuster was weird. That'd be funny. But Blockbuster was weird. It was. This isn't the joke she said to use, but so before Netflix, I don't know how old everyone is, but you could rent videos at a store. Michael knows. Michael used to work at one. But did you really?
No.
Oh.
But I did used to go. Definitely.
Oh, you used to go, yeah. So I would go with my brother. Like, we grew up in a crappy town where that was the place to go. Like,
Oh, yeah.
So me and my brother would go. We were like, because we would walk there from our house, and all we would do, we'd be too young to rent the game, so we would just go to the scary movie section, look on the back, and like freak ourselves out by the screenshots of the movie. I don't even think we read we were too scared to read what the movie was about. So we would just look at these scary photos, and our imaginations would make about the movie. And we would do this like every day and cry in the Blockbuster because we were so scared of the boxes. But so I got asked to do a scary movie podcast, and I was like, I know all about them. And then I realized all I know is on the back of these boxes. That's I don't really watch them. I just like looking at the screenshots. So I was in this podcast and they were like, they were like bringing up movies, and I was like, yeah, that's a great picture. And they're like, you know it? I'm like, yeah, pictures. It's a great 3 pictures on the back of that one. All right. Well, that was a long story, but chalk cards for working things out, isn't it?
Totally. That's what it is, man.
So I did Impossible Meat for a week and I lost weight mainly because I didn't want to eat the food. I didn't eat any of it. It looking like a science experiment isn't really delicious, but also it was the Impossible Meat from Burger King, so maybe it gets better. I don't know. I tried the lowest form of Impossible Meat where the diarrhea Venn diagram came all together. So I'm brave. Okay. I stayed at an Airbnb, and it ended up it was advertised as a cabin in the woods, and what really was this room somebody built on the side of their garage that wasn't in the woods, and we could hear instead of the sounds of nature, we could hear a door open, a car pull in, and then hear REO Speedwagon. But that wasn't the worst one. I mean, Michael, I'm sorry. I know that was in your house, but that was that wasn't where you keep your garage. But I stayed at Airbnb once where I reserved, and I got a message from the host of the place, and the message said, one of the perks about my apartment is I'll be there, and I'm a great conversationalist.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
I know, those aren't perks at all.
No.
Like, I've never seen an ad for a hotel that's like, here we offer a free breakfast, a swimming pool, and also a lonely man. You want him?
No.
So I got there, and he didn't talk to me at all. It was weirder than if he talked to me too much, because you know that feeling when you stay at somebody else's house a little bit too long, and then you feel like you're imposing. I paid $200 for that. And then this guy would blast music in the middle of the night, and I couldn't sleep. So one night I was like, I'm going to say something. So I opened the door to the living room, and I said, hey, can you keep it down? And then I closed the door, and the adrenaline from doing that kept me up the rest of the night. My heart was racing. It was a rush. I got friends who are like, hey, man, ever tried drugs? I'm like, hey, have you ever tried sticking up for yourself? It's a rush. Okay, I think I got one more thing here, and then I'll leave. If I can read my notes here. Oh, the Blockbuster one. That was okay. But yeah, I'll keep working on that. There's something there. Okay, yeah. All right, I got. Did I talk about last week how I started cutting my own hair?
Mm-mm.
So I got these clippers to save money on haircuts, but then I ended up going to the barber because I didn't know how to use them. I wanted to watch him use them because I got the same brand he did. And I'm like, he's asking me about my life. I'm asking him about the battery life for the clippers. And, most people, and I've gone back like 3 times. Most people pay for cutting their hair. I paid for a master class about my own head. So, all right. Well, that's my time, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Andrew. That was awesome. We as you know, we love having you. We also, I felt so bad. I messaged Steven last week for the link for panic attacking.
Oh, man.
And I was the asshole that I complain about other people being with our shows when I get messages like, oh, I got the time zone wrong. I was there at 8, but it was at 7. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. You can't read how do you not know what time zone you're in? And then like Rachel's here. I'm like, oh, I got the link from Steven for panic attacking. Let's watch it. And I put it on, and I'm like waiting for 20 minutes to get let in the Zoom. And then I looked, she's like, what time was it? And it was at 9, like 9 Eastern, because we're sitting there at 9 our time. And we're in Chicago. So she's like, fuck, are you serious, man? Like the people that you complain about every time someone's late for our shows. And I was like, oh man, I'm the fucking douchebag who can't tell time. Yeah.
So I'm dumb. Does that mean it was over?
Yeah, it was over.
Or didn't it start yet?
No, it was over by like an.
It was over.
Yeah. I was like, come on, man. Like the best we could, like. Come on, we promote the show and we can't even get there on time. Like, come on.
Well, on that show, we had like a Zoom heckler. So
you did.
If you were waiting, maybe we might have been afraid that he came back. So maybe it was still going on. But
what happens when like someone comes in and is on the screen here and like is heckling?
Yeah, they were like writing in the chat.
No.
Boo.
You
they're like, yeah.
Did you remove them?
I put them in the waiting room.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, no,
so
that wasn't us.
Oh, I know it wasn't you, but maybe that's why you were waiting for so long.
Oh, no, I think it was over because Rachel was like, that was an hour ago. You missed it. It's over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But when can people, if people are smarter than me, and which is most people, and can show up on time, when would they catch panic attack?
So it's not going to be this Saturday, but the next Saturday on Zoom, and
sweet.
I'll post about it on social media.
Awesome. I was one of those people. This is not meant to be funny at all. This just reminded me, the Blockbuster stuff reminded me. But like, I'm of that age when, like I went to Blockbuster. That's how you got movies. Like you went to Blockbuster. And then when Netflix came out, for people too young to know this, like Netflix used to mail you DVD, right? I see some of your head shaking. It would take, and you could watch it in like 2 days, and then you had to return it to get another one in your queue or whatever. And I was like, this fucking sucks, man. Blockbuster's gonna live forever because I hate this Netflix shit. Netflix isn't gonna last 10 minutes. I was like, this is never gonna work ever. Like, I love going to the store, to Blockbuster, to look at the movies. Like, this is Blockbuster's gonna live forever, and Netflix won't last. Yeah, right. So this is why I don't do the Robin Hood thing. for that for that reason. Like, yeah. I don't know if people remember that, right? You used to like wait to get the DVDs like in your mail. It was like the coolest shit, right? In your little red envelopes. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, my family never mailed them back. We just held on. So.
You still have them.
Yeah, probably.
Awesome. So thanks, Andrew. We love having you. Thanks for being here again, getting us through as always. Very cool.
Thanks, man.
Sweet. So we're gonna shift gears as we often do midway here, and we're gonna cruise over to Colony, New York, to my sister, writer, poet, amazing human, cat lover, P-Town sweatshirt wearing homie tonight. Love P-Town.
Oh, yeah.
Love P-Town. One of my favorite places in the world.
It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful place, right?
The only bad thing about P-Town is the fact that there's one lane in
Yeah.
and one lane out.
And the speed limit is 35 miles an hour for
Yeah.
much of the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you go in the summer, that's like a 4-hour drive. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not the only thing that's wrong. The other thing that I would say, as a straight, is wrong is that the straights are there hanging out and fucking it all up sometimes. But for the most part, it's like straight.
We could like really get into that because it's like it's a lot of queers, but it's like a lot of white queers, you know?
yeah.
So like it's a very monochromatic queer.
a monochromatic.
You know? Yeah.
That's funny.
It's like very like and of a certain socioeconomic
Yes.
background as well.
Yes. Yeah, there's not it's like the very vanilla wealthy queers.
Yeah.
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 Cool. Well, it's good to have you, Kylie Gorski from Colony. For those that have been watching regularly and faithfully, we're making our way through Kylie's novel, which is super cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks to everyone. I see you watching on Facebook. Thanks so much. I see some donations. Thanks, Barb, for the donation. Thanks everyone else for donating. But yeah, we're gonna jump back into Kylie's novel and catch. Can you catch everyone up to a little like a summary of where we are? Yeah.
I'll do a little catch up. There is a dog begging for attention right now. I just want to make sure that's not picking up on the mic.
Not at all.
Okay, all right. So then we're good. Oh, and I do have to clear one other thing up too. It's bugging the shit out of me. I know nobody else here cares, or probably anybody watching, but for the sake of my own solace and my my own sanity,
Yeah.
I feel the need to say that I am not a beanie wearing lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
That's not who I am on the inside, and I normally don't wear these outside even inside, but everybody's been talking about their hair, and I'm so like, my hair is just not, it's like past the acceptable length for my sanity. So that's why, we all have our reasons for wearing our hats indoors. But anyway, I just wanted to clear that up. This isn't the essence of who I am.
It's not. Okay, cool.
No.
It's true.
Yeah.
I know your essence. I mean, not in that
Yeah.
way, but like I know your essence.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, lumberjack. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. To review. Basically, we'll go over the prologue, which is like the big, hard-hitting, like crazy event of the novel so far, which is that we meet this woman named Natalie, and she digs up a body. And then very quickly is kind of shuffled off to speak to a panel of judges by her lawyer. And she's told, this is just an interview. It's not, you're not being tried. You're not in custody. And she's like, okay, but that sounds fake, but okay. And then we kind of flash back to her childhood, and we meet her family and her mother, who owns a flower shop. And we meet her childhood pet, who gives the book its name, The Life and Times of Compromise the Cat. So we meet Compromise the Cat. And we also saw a little bit of her ancestry and her mother's ancestry and her aunt's ancestry in upstate New York, where at the beginning of the 19th century, where we met these two girls, Noelle and Char. So it's a lot. If you're reading it, the idea is if you're reading it linearly or you're reading it all together, it's probably a little bit easier to keep track of, but hopefully I'm at least keeping everything tied in. And just like a note about process, I guess, and I'd like, to hear thoughts on this, but I had this problem. I don't know if anybody else who writes has this problem, but I dreamed up this scene that I know is going to happen in the book, and it was perfect. Like, it was like the best scene. It's going to be the best chapter. I'm so excited. I wrote it all up. I want to share it with you guys, but it's in the middle of the book. And we're trying to do this, chronologically. So I wrote this chapter, which otherwise probably I would have thought was a good chapter, but it wasn't that chapter. And I was the whole time hated it. Yeah. So we'll see if that comes through in the writing or not. I also don't have a title, but this is the next chapter in the chronology. So awesome. Untitled Chapter 4. Cool. The judge with the square head and jabbet is leaning on her palm as if somehow enraptured by the very little that Natalie has been able to remember of her early childhood. I feel like we're drawing a very big, very broad circle around the actual issue here, Natalie complained. We're not, the judge shakes her head. Yours is a unique situation. Not as unique as you'd think, Margaret argues. The judge ignores her and asks Natalie, and after you took in the cat, what happened? Natalie is frustrated and shrugs. What do you mean? Then we had another cat. I had a cat, I guess. What happened is I had something of my own, a living creature. How did the power feel? The power of being responsible for a living body and soul, not your own. I didn't feel that way until I was older. At first, I felt like I was hers. I was her responsibility. Were you? Natalie feels as if a hand is walking its fingers up her chest and closing into a fist at the base of her neck. She misses her cat and wants to cry, but instead lets her throat continue to fold in on itself as she hoards her sadness, refuses to share it. What does this have to do with you couldn't say body or she would vomit again. The body of the innocent woman that you, a gentle small girl who carries over her, who worries over her brothers and still cries over her dead pets. You who I'm going to just start this whole part over. Cool. The body of the innocent woman that you, a gentle small girl who worries over her brothers and still cries over her dead pets, desecrated for the purposes of protecting a killer, a hunter. Would you not also be wildly curious about how someone so kind and good and decent could do something so heinous? Girl, I must know what articles make up your Constitution. I have much practice with patients in my life, and we, she gestured to her colleagues, have all of the time in the world. The judge with the glasses and the beard nodded his agreement, retrieved a plastic ashtray from below the bench, and lit a cigarette. Finally entrenched in the daily life of her human and settled by a name, Compromise began to make her rounds about the farm. She was a wildcat ultimately, but a house cat practically, for the house was where Natalie most liked to be. She started with the door frames, rubbing her scent against them with the side of her body, the front door, side door, garage door, country kitchen, regular kitchen, bathrooms, 2 full, 1 half. Bedroom, she yawned, a breath of tuna. The old farmhouse had many doors, she thought, dismayed. She would need a nap. She scampered upstairs and leapt over the blue netting that prevented the toddler from rolling out of bed in her sleep and settled in. Her purring gave rhythm to Natalie's dreams. After some time, Natalie began to stir, and so Compromise stood, arched her back, and was wrenched violently from the bed by 2 cold hands of one Dr. Laurel Laterra, veterinarian. No, thought Compromise. This can't be. She yelled for Natalie, but Addie had already anticipated a fight and was holding her daughter back. She's just going to give her a checkup, curly girl. There is perhaps nothing more demeaning than having someone shove dewormer down your throat. Except perhaps having someone shove a thermometer up your anus. Compromise was thoroughly displeased with that horrible woman who called herself doctor. The woman's daughter, however, near Natalie's age, had endeared the cat, who now sat between Natalie and their new friend as the adults discussed billing. Laurel Laterra, DVM, was an impressive woman. Her wit and wealth of knowledge far surpassed that of any human doctor. She treated animals as small as mice and as big as horses. Little did her daughter know that one day she would outshine even her mother, expanding the family business to include the treatment of birds and exotics. For now, she was just her mother's little trick, who Dr. Laurel brought out of her magic bag when a situation became too tense. Her daughter was endowed with the power of calm, which Natalie and Compromise were now greatly appreciating. Noelle found the world altogether intrusive, and so appreciated the chance to liaise with her friend Char in the pasture. But their meetings had grown sparser in the years that followed childhood, because Char had become a maid. She was paid very little and had to be at her mistress's beck and call, and was often too tired to socialize. Still, she made time for her old friend. For this, Noelle was grateful, because she was sure the only true silence left on earth could be found in Char's arms. While Noelle gained years chronologically, America seemed to gain noises exponentially. Steam and hooves and printing presses. Most loudly, the shouts of freedom, which Noelle had before had the luxury to ignore. I have family in North Carolina, Char said to her during one of their walks through the meadow. Oh, are they well? Have they written? They are slaves, I assume. I've never met them. Noelle emptied the pipe she had just offered her friend of its tobacco. But then, as if possessed by a bold and daring countryman, said, no matter the smoke then, I would like to kiss you instead. And I would like very much to slap you, Char retorted, before running away. Char! Charlotte! Come back! Noelle thought of running after her, but after she had finally gathered up in her two hands all 5 of her skirts, Char was beyond the tree line. That's all I have this week.
That's nice. No, what you were saying at the beginning, that you were afraid something was gonna come through. What were you saying? That you didn't love it? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I didn't like this chapter.
Really?
I didn't like I thought it was missing the transitions that it needed. It's too brief. But I'm trying to. Right now, I'm on a bridge. And I'm trying to get you to that scene that I was talking about. And it's kind of like knowing, you know what it is? It's like rewatching a season of television and knowing episode 6 is where it's at.
Right.
But you're I need to appreciate 1 through 5 though, if I'm really going to appreciate 6.
Yeah.
But you're also a little impatient, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
So.
No,
but if you guys are still interested, that's what matters.
No,
So.
Totally. And like I've said before, I'm amazed by, how vivid the scene is in my head as you're reading. So you're the way you describe both in dialogue and in what's happening contextually in the space, not through dialogue. It's just we see where we are, and we hear these characters, and that the point of view of the cat stuff is amazing. Yeah,
I'm glad.
Yeah.
But you felt the jump we jumped from the 90s to the 1820s, and it's hard to I don't want to be one of those people that just cops out and says 1829, that's it.
Right.
I'd like it to flow naturally, kind of like a scene. So.
Yeah. No, I think I wouldn't be concerned with that at this point.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No. Awesome job.
Thank you.
It's really good. So good, Kylie. So good. And like I said, it's your writing is one thing, but then also your storytelling and the way you read is equally as compelling. So super cool.
That's how I learned how to read. So my mother would read out loud to me, and then I would read out loud to her, and that continued until she died. I mean, we would read all the books that we read together out loud. So I hear books out loud, and so that's why I think I'm good at reading out loud.
That makes sense. It occurs to me because Rachel does a little bit of this, like the voice, what is it? She audiobooks, she does some she records, but your voice is really you can listen to you read something. It might be something worth checking out, like recording audiobooks.
I would love that.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks, Kylie. Awesome having you as usual. Thanks to everyone watching on Facebook. I see your little numbers. So thanks for being there and watching us, and thanks for the donations. I saw a few more come in while Kylie was reading, so thank you so much. One more reminder before we hit our last artist tonight: you can donate at our Venmo right there at Talk Hard. And we really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who's already donated, and we'll leave it open for a few minutes after the show. And now, just as when we have Shayna with us, we open the show with Shayna because that's just always her slot. Just in that same way, when we're lucky enough to have this gentleman with us, we close the show with him because I feel like he just owns this spot now. So super, really, really lucky, and just always feel honored to have this next gentleman with us to close the show out. Coming to us from Chicago, writer, actor, poet, dog lover, dog owner, the amazing Brian Hayes. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Yeah. So really quick before I start, I just kind of want to echo what Michael said. I think you have beautiful imagery in your stuff. Just keep that up. Also, if
Thank
you really
you.
want to see like a good I think transition from like modern to I think a different period in time, you should look at the Watson Intelligence that played
Okay.
well. I think that would actually be very informative for you just to see how they do it, because they do kind of have that convention of it just goes like, oh, we're ending this scene in the 90s and somehow we're popping up in 1826.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think that would just be helpful.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
sweet.
Cool. I just wrote a piece. I wrote like this morning, like put like the last 2 lines on like my lunch. I just like to do shit like that sometimes. I think that makes the fun of it. I'll just read it.
Sweet.
Turkish delights. Brightly burnished color brigade has come to start a pungent purple parade in your perplexed personhood. Perhaps pleasing phrases prove perished, plausibly because I have been self-deprecating and pontificating on circumstances beyond my reach. Depleted drip dropped, smoked a J inside a whip that was not a hot rod. Shouldn't have done it because I need to focus. Strained thoughts have been bolstering, and I find myself taking way too much time smelling the potpourri that I was told not to. You see, I'm allergic. You'll get a cinnamon brain. That's fake. I'm over it. I place my nostrils above that smell. It's smoldering, and I inhale big red freedom. Freedom's cool, freedom's nice, but my heart feels full of isolation. Placing my hands on my heart. Can't stay in a mountain range and keep grazing on this grass that I convinced myself was greener. Truth is that I'm all alone. Not sad, though. Just a castaway working on figuring that out on my own little tiny boat. I mean raft. At times you got to take a second from busting up all your rations and let that mind rest. Oh yes, you can reset. Forward motion, grateful locomotive, tracking down new motives, already letting go of how things should traditionally be. I'm buzzing. Can't fly because I lost my wings. Sitting atop a raft talking to V. That means void. I skating. Figure A sideways was infinity. My movie's not ending, it's just beginning, but the screen says Finn. But my contract, it doesn't end until like next week. Eyes weak. You see, caught between sleep and credits, baby, because my self-credibility has been more incredulous than a Cruella de Vil who got too trill in her puppy coat in a margarita villa out here spilling her guts to everyone in the Ville. End of verse.
Nice. Man, really, really beautiful stuff, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's always great to have you. We got to connect this week also because I want to chat with you about doing something else too. But,
For sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Really, really beautiful stuff. How's your doggy doing?
Dude, she's doing really good. Let me actually call her. Iris!
Is she a great like a rescue greyhound or no?
No, man, she's I think she's like pit bull and maybe like healer or something.
Really?
Yeah, let me grab her real quick. Hold on.
She's really cool, but I thought she was thin like a greyhound. Let's see if she's gonna make her way. suspense while we wait for the dog. Oh,
Oh,
There she is.
so pretty. How old is she?
Yeah, she's 12. She turned 12 November 20th.
Oh, wow.
It's okay. I got you. It's okay.
She's like, what is going on, man? Leave me alone. Aw, hey, sweetie. Oh, she's got such a great face.
Yeah, she's a little honey bear.
Yeah.
Here, I'll put you
Awesome.
down. I got you.
Her name's Iris.
yep, Iris.
That's cool. And have you had her for the 12 years?
Yeah, I've had her since she was like 8 weeks old.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Little puppy
Sweet.
jumping all over me.
Cool.
Yeah, but she's doing good. She's doing really good.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mhm. There you go.
Sweet, man. So it was good to have you again. Thanks so much. I always, like I said, it's always nice to have you. I mean, this crew tonight, it's like, I always feel, I've said this before, but at the end of, like, some of the mornings when I get up on Thursdays especially, I'm like, man, am I going to be able to, like, just do it tonight? Can I, I haven't been out of the house in 10 months. Am I going to be able to, like, sit in front of the screen again and, like, do this and, like, put on the show, right? And every time when we end, especially on a night like tonight with this group, like, it's just, it feels so good, right? To just connect and be sharing each other's stuff. So yeah, really grateful. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for the audience in the Zoom for being here. Thanks to everyone still hanging in. I see everybody watching on Facebook, so thank you so much for doing that. Thanks for your donations, Barb. Thanks so much for always supporting our artists. Thanks to everyone for being here. I see people on Facebook still dropping some donations too through Venmo. So thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate it. If you do want to donate for another few minutes, you can donate at our Venmo at Talk Hard. We do this every Thursday night. We'll probably keep it going up through the summer when we leave for, hopefully, we can go to back to Tanzania in the summer. That's our plan, all things considered. We're hoping for that. So we'll keep this going every week. If you know other artists, friends who want to do something on Talk Hard, we do it, spread the word. We do it every Thursday night, same time. So thanks again, everyone. We love you. Thanks for sharing your art with us. Really cool to see you. Yeah, we'll see everybody next week. Thanks so much. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.
You.
Bye.